Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls and children of all ages, you're now tuned in to the Fight Card Podcast, hosted by sPidA. Quien quiere chingazos?
Hello everybody, this is sPidA here coming to you from San Antonio, Texas.
Welcome back to the Fight Card Podcast.
Today I'm flying solo
with your host,
of course, I'm going to have Aaron Suarez joining me this Friday. Definitely don't want to miss that. We're going to be talking about the upcoming UFC fight card, which is going to happen December 11th. But today I'm actually going over the Gamebred Fighting Championship card, man. They are returning on December 17th.
Back to that
and this will be going down in Biloxi, Mississippi. Never been. We'll definitely love to cover this event. Now, it is going to be available on the bkTVapp.com, which is the app where you can go to Google Play and actually download. But it's actually pretty stacked, man. I like it. I mean, it is something, it is a different outlet. I mean, of course, it is bare knuckle MMA. And I'm curious to see, how these guys deal with the, no glove situation as far as 4 ounce. Now, I personally am a huge fan of the old school Vale Tudo fights, in Brazil. And of course, back then it was bare knuckle and, people get shredded up, man. I mean, stops would fight, they would stop due to cuts and whatnot. On this, I don't think it's been the situation. The fights have been going pretty well. Of course, there is blood. But itself, it is, they have been promoting as the most violent sport in the world, or at least here in the U.S., should I say. But it is going to go down. Now, I have a few fights as far as what they've been posting for us. And in no order that I want to go through them. But first off the bat, man, it's going to be Monica Medina. Now, she is going to be the local from Biloxi fighting. She does have a fight record of 4-2. Coming in with 4 losses, unfortunately. Her one fight, she did make her debut for GFC on GFC 2, I believe. And she is fighting Jessica Link. Jessica Link is 1-3 and is making her Gamebred Fighting Championship debut. Now, it's for me, it's always kind of like when you go to the big show and to see, the nerves as far as, it is going to be Jessica Link's first fight with bare knuckle. So I'm curious to see how she reacts or how she does with it. And on the same note, Monica, I mean, she's already fought once and has experienced that, man. So, I mean, she is going to be the local. She's going to have the local support. And, just see how it goes, But props to both ladies for stepping in. I mean, of course, this is bare knuckle. Of course, Gamebred Fighting Championship number 3. And like I mentioned earlier, man, it is going to be available on the BKTV app. So check it out. Now, the next bout is actually going to be one with returning fighters from Gamebred Fighting Championship number 2. And on this one, it's just Javanese Ross. He's actually coming in with a win from GFC 2. And his opponent, Summerlin, RJ Summerlin, record 1-1. He is making his debut. So that once again, it goes to show as far as experience, as far as, being able to adapt to that new sport, new rules, new concept. And it is mixed martial arts, so of course, takedowns, kicks, elbows are going to be allowed, but bare knuckle once again. So will it be Javanese? This will be at middleweight, and I'm curious to see. I'm going to be watching, and I'm sure those in attendance are going to be getting a kick out of this. But we'll see where that goes, man. I mean, if the experience is going to pay off, or if is RJ going to come in and shock the world, or shock those his opponent and those watching. Next bout. It is going to be at catch weight. Now, this one we have James Freeman, 6-5. He will be fighting Cody Herbert. Now, Cody Herbert actually fought Javanese Ross, and that's the opponent. He has a loss, of course, coming into this. Now, with that being said, I mean, for me, James Freeman, the guy has more experience, 6-5. He is the older opponent, not to say it's good or bad. But he is 40 years old. He will be fighting a younger Cody Herbert, undefeated as far as mixed martial arts. Now, for this, I'm interested. We're going to see where it goes. It is catch weight, so I'm not sure if they, looking at 185 or 190. But they both signed the line, signed the contract, and of course are going to be stepping in. So, Gamebred Fighting Championship number 3. Next bout is actually going to be a good one, man. This was one of those. I mean, both giants, both big dudes, heavyweights. Buddy Brozier he's an All-American. I mean, he is 1-1, making his GFC debut, and he will be fighting a giant in Clements. Now, Clements, of course, he comes in with a record of 5-3. The guy stands 6'8", so that's going to be one of those. Who's going to take it, man? I mean, because of as far as I guess, Buddy Boisier, if that's how you pronounce your name, I apologize if it's not. But Buddy, he is the wrestler, so I see him taking him down. His opponent, of course, longer reach. So closing the distance, see where it goes. On that same note, man, his opponent, Clements, stick and move. Definitely use that jab to keep him at bay, chop him down, and go for the knockout. But of course, you're going to have to watch to see where this goes. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, I am looking forward to it. That's Gamebred FC number 3. And now the next bout, for me, it's going to be one that I'm definitely, as far as I'm pretty sure everybody's looking forward to. On this one, we have 2 UFC veterans, heavyweight division. We have Rashad Day Walker Couture. I mean, he is from here in Texas. Of course, the guy is a veteran of the LFA and XKO promotions, actually holding the title for the XKO at one point. Now, his last fight was on 2019. He fought for Fury FC against Ike Villanueva, who is the current, was the last, of course, Fury heavyweight champion or title holder. I mean, of course, he is in the UFC now, UFC veteran. And I mean, Rashad Couture, I mean, he just came off, the man just got married, so congratulations to him and his wife, Lisa. And he will be taking on Alex Nicholson. Now, Alex Nicholson stands at 6'4". I mean, it's going to be, he's a little bit taller, nicknamed the Spartan. I mean, he comes in with a record of 14-9. Now, after his stint in the UFC, I mean, Nicholson actually fought for the PFL. So he is a veteran of a few other regional, mixed martial arts promotions. I mean, both guys, of course, experienced. They've both seen the Big Show and possibly trying to work their way back up there, man. But I mean, this is another outlet, so it's another form or sport for them to actually venture into and possibly, go for the title, man. I mean, I don't think there's any titles being held by the Gamebred Fighting Championship as of right now. But I'm curious to see, man. Now, the only thing with me is the same thing with Vale Tudo, of course, back in the day, was the longevity of the fighters. I mean, you get cut up, you get a lot of scar tissue. I know the Diaz brothers are, known for that. I mean, being cut easy because of scar tissue and whatnot. But on this one, I mean, guys can definitely make a living out of this. I mean, it's bare knuckle. I mean, this one is mixed martial arts, so it's not just going to be nothing but headhunting. Working the body, submissions, and whatnot. But it is a different animal. I mean, both guys are making their bare knuckle debut, so I'm curious to see how they both react. Now, of course, I'm going to be pulling for the Texas guy and Rashad for this one for the main event. And curious to see who you're going to be looking for the win. I mean, of course, as of right now, these are the only bouts that have been posted, so I'm only going by those. We will do a recap as it comes close. This is going to take place once again December 17th. In Mississippi. And as far as availability, man, go to the BKTV app, check it out. Depending on scheduling, I might actually, myself and Aaron Suarez might sit down and do a live play-by-play while this happens. Of course, we can't show the fights, but you can see our reaction, man. So we'll give that a spin and see where that goes, man. But once again, this is sPidA. You're listening to the Fight Card Podcast. And as always, follow up and make sure to subscribe, guys. Thank you.